Okay, what a comedy of errors this has been this morning. Let's hope. I'm trying not to touch the camera or make it wobble or turn it off. Okay, this is the drawing I'm doing today. So it's an equine drawing and it's a monochrome sketch for a client. So really straightforward because it's A4 to A4, so I can just print it off. And then I've used a grid method. I'm sure there's a technical name for it, but I'll just call it a grid. So I've drawn these lines on to help me. I've done exactly the same on the piece of paper that I'm using because I'm not enlarging at all. It's a straight copy. And then basically it just means that the calculations have been made for you, well, most of them. So when you're mapping out and you're following around and you're doing your outline, putting the proportions in, you can, if you need to, you can use your pencil as a guide, use that as a ruler. Or you can even use a ruler. And what I like, the more I practice doing this, it's quite reassuring when you then use your eye, you go back to check with either the pencil or the ruler and you've got it right. So it's a bit of a boost to your confidence. Now when you do this, take your time, make sure that you do it carefully and accurately, because when you go on to do your detail in your drawing, you don't really want to be then questioning the judgments that you've made earlier. Don't get distracted and think, oh, I want to go on and do the nice detail, or look at that bridle bit, I want to do that bit. You're just doing the whole thing, the whole composition. The frilly bits can come later. So I'm praying that if I move my camera down, I won't turn the video off because I don't want to have to start again. And then I'm going to make a start, and I'll try and do this as quickly as I can, because for me, I do like using this method on occasion. I don't always do it, but it is quite nice for the sake of speed and efficiency. Probably seems a really stupid statement to make, but another tip, do your grid really lightly. As well as your drawing, your initial mark should just be really, really faint. Shouldn't need to use a rubber, but your grid is going to be taken out. You don't want that to be a final part of the drawing. So you want to be able to remove that quite easily. And if you've used a hard pencil, you might be able to get the marks off, but you'll still see a print on the paper, which will sort of spoil the finish to your work. Nice and gentle. It's quite interesting, depending on what subject matter you are doing. There are times when this method doesn't work because it sort of stops the flow of what you're doing. But it's all about trial and error. Actually, I don't even know, can you see that? I don't know whether it's so faint, I don't know whether you can actually see what I'm doing. Trust your eye, but if you need to, go back in, use that ruler, use your pencil as a ruler, and just check. Even the lines that you've used, or rather not that you've used, that you've drawn, that are incorrect, serve a purpose. They show you where your error is and they help to correct. Okay, let me show you what I've done so far. Okay, so as you can see, it's quite a quick and efficient method of working out your drawing. I'm going to leave it there and I'll come back to you later on with the end result. Okay, thank you, bye, go get creative.